Organic foods are those grown without synthetic pesticides, chemical fertilizers, genetically modified organisms, GMOs, or artificial additives. When people talk about organic, they're often referring to a process that respects the natural growth cycle of plants and animals. Instead of relying on industrial shortcuts, organic farming emphasizes sustainable practices like crop rotation, composting, and biological pest control. For many young people and adults trying to make healthier choices, understanding what organic means can be a game changer. In today's world, it's easy to grab fast food or packaged snacks, but it's important to ask, where does our food come from? Organic foods answer that question by offering transparency. When something is labeled as organic, it's typically certified by a recognized organization, which ensures that the product meets specific standards. These standards usually prohibit the use of synthetic chemicals, hormones, and genetically modified ingredients. So, when you choose organic, you're supporting practices that prioritize your health and the health of the environment. The interest in organic food has grown significantly in recent years. More people are becoming aware of how their diet affects not just their bodies, but also the planet. Organic farming helps reduce pollution, conserve water, and improve soil quality. It's a win-win for both people and nature. For instance, when farmers avoid synthetic pesticides, they help protect bees and other pollinators that are essential for the growth of many plant-based foods. Think of apples, almonds, and avocados. Without pollinators, we'd lose many of our favorite foods. Eating organic also reduces your exposure to potentially harmful chemicals. Although the long-term effects of consuming pesticide residues are still being studied, many experts agree that minimizing these substances in our diet is a good idea. Especially for children and pregnant women, who can be more sensitive to chemical exposure, choosing organic may provide an added layer of protection. Another aspect to consider is animal welfare. Organic meat, dairy, and eggs come from animals that are typically raised with more space, better living conditions, and without the routine use of antibiotics or growth hormones. These practices aim to reduce stress in animals and lead to healthier products. If you care about where your food comes from and how it's produced, organic options offer peace of mind. A plant-based diet can also benefit from organic choices. Many people who follow a plant-based lifestyle are already focused on health and sustainability. Combining that approach with organic produce and grains strengthens the overall impact. Think of a fresh organic salad with kale, tomatoes, and quinoa. It's nourishing, ethical, and environmentally friendly. Still, it's fair to recognize that organic food can be more expensive. One reason is that organic farming often requires more labor and time. Farmers need to manage pests naturally and maintain soil health without quick chemical fixes. That said, the cost can be seen as an investment in your health and the planet's future. And with more demand, organic options are slowly becoming more accessible and affordable. Some critics argue that the difference between organic and conventional foods isn't always clear in terms of nutrition. While it's true that both can offer essential nutrients, studies have shown that organic produce may contain higher levels of certain antioxidants. More importantly, many people report that organic foods simply taste better, perhaps due to the healthier soil or slower growth process. Shopping organic doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can start small by choosing a few key items, like fruits and vegetables that are more likely to contain pesticide residues when grown conventionally. The Environmental Working Group, EWG, publishes a yearly list called the Dirty Dozen, which highlights produce with the highest pesticide levels. Focusing on organic versions of those items is a smart strategy. When buying packaged foods, look for labels that say 100% organic or USDA organic. These terms are regulated and offer some assurance that the product meets strict organic guidelines. Keep in mind, though, that just because something is organic doesn't automatically mean it's healthy. Organic cookies are still cookies, and moderation is always key. The conversation around organic foods also connects to broader issues like food justice and access. In many communities, especially lower-income neighborhoods, organic options may be limited. This brings up important questions about how we can make healthy food available to everyone, regardless of where they live or how much they earn. Supporting local farmers markets, community gardens, and food co-ops can help expand access to organic produce and build stronger communities. Understanding the value of organic food is about more than just avoiding chemicals. It's about supporting a system that values the earth, respects animals, and aims for long-term health. For young adults, making these choices can be empowering. It's a way to take control of your well-being and be part of a larger movement for change. Every time you choose an organic apple or a plant-based meal made from organic ingredients, you're voting for a better future. In schools, homes, and workplaces, starting conversations about organic food can raise awareness and inspire others. Cooking classes, food documentaries, and local events are all ways to learn more. The more informed we are, the better choices we can make. And those choices add up, influencing markets, shaping policies, and encouraging more sustainable farming practices. Choosing organic isn't about being perfect, it's about doing what you can, when you can. Whether it's a basket of fresh organic berries or a bag of organic oats, each small step contributes to a healthier lifestyle. For many, it's also a way to reconnect with food, to see it not just as fuel, but as something meaningful and deeply connected to our environment and communities. The future of food may very well depend on how we grow and consume it. Organic farming is one of many paths toward a more sustainable, just, and nutritious food system. As young people and adults become more engaged, their choices have the power to shape that future. Understanding what organic truly means is the first step in making those choices wisely. Let's continue by looking deeper into the long-term impacts of organic food consumption. One major benefit is how it supports biodiversity. In organic farming systems, you'll often find a variety of crops grown together, rather than vast fields of a single plant. This crop diversity attracts different insects, birds, and animals, helping to maintain ecological balance. Contrast this with industrial agriculture, which often relies on monocultures, large areas planted with the same crop, which can be more vulnerable to pests and disease. Biodiversity is not just good for nature, it's also essential for resilient food systems. If one crop fails due to a pest outbreak or changing climate conditions, other crops can help ensure food security. By supporting organic agriculture, we encourage farming systems that are better prepared to adapt and recover from disruptions. Moreover, organic farming typically avoids synthetic fertilizers, which can wash into rivers and lakes, causing algae blooms and harming aquatic life. This runoff also contributes to dead zones in oceans, areas where marine life cannot survive due to lack of oxygen. By choosing organic, consumers help reduce this environmental damage. For young adults especially, understanding this chain reaction is important. Every food choice has a ripple effect, touching ecosystems, economies, and even social structures. When you choose an organic, plant-based meal, you're participating in a system that prioritizes life, sustainability, and fairness. There's also the issue of soil health. Healthy soil is full of life. Bacteria, fungi, worms, and insects all play a role in breaking down organic matter and supporting plant growth. Organic practices like composting and cover cropping enhance this natural fertility. In contrast, chemical fertilizers can degrade soil over time, reducing its ability to hold water and support crops in the future. Water is another critical concern. Organic farms often use water more efficiently and avoid contaminating water supplies with toxic chemicals. With climate change bringing more droughts and water shortages, sustainable water use becomes even more essential. Then there's climate change. Organic farming can play a role in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. By avoiding synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, organic systems reduce fossil fuel use. Furthermore, healthy organic soil captures and stores carbon, helping to mitigate the effects of global warming. These benefits align with the values of many young people today, who are increasingly concerned about the planet's future. On a personal health level, organic foods may support better gut health. Some research suggests that the microbiome, the community of microorganisms in our digestive system, can be influenced by pesticide exposure. By eating organic, you may support a more diverse and balanced gut microbiome, which is linked to immunity, mood, and overall health. Mental health is also worth considering. People who are aware of what they eat often feel more in control and connected to their bodies. Choosing organic foods can be part of a self-care routine, a way to nourish both body and mind. Preparing plant-based meals with organic ingredients can be relaxing, creative, and deeply satisfying. Community-supported agriculture, CSA, is another way to access organic food. In a CSA program, you subscribe to receive regular boxes of fresh, local, and often organic produce. This helps farmers plan their crops and gives you a direct connection to where your food comes from. Many CSAs also include recipes and updates from the farm, making food more personal and meaningful. In schools and educational programs, integrating organic gardening can teach valuable lessons about science, responsibility, and nutrition. Kids and teens who grow their own vegetables are more likely to try and enjoy them. These experiences build habits that last a lifetime. Workplaces can also promote organic options in cafeterias or events. Offering fresh, plant-based, organic meals can improve employee well-being and show commitment to sustainability. It's a practical way to lead by example and inspire healthier choices in everyday life. Some people worry that switching to organic means giving up favorite foods. But the market for organic products has expanded dramatically. You can now find organic versions of everything from pasta and sauces to snacks and juices. Reading labels and staying informed helps you make choices that align with your values without sacrificing convenience. Food is culture, and choosing organic doesn't mean rejecting tradition. Many traditional food systems are inherently organic, using local ingredients, natural methods, and seasonal produce. Embracing organic can also mean rediscovering and honoring your roots. Ultimately, understanding and supporting organic foods is about seeing the big picture. It's not a trend, but a thoughtful approach to how we grow, eat, and live. As more young people and adults recognize this, they can drive powerful change in food systems around the world. Whether you're just starting or have been on this journey for a while, every organic choice matters. Share what you learn, ask questions, and stay curious. The more we know, the better we can care for ourselves, each other, and the planet we all call home.